So with reverse mortgages, you have to, by government regulation, have consultation by a government specialist.
Counseling by non-for-profit or a government agency, yes.
Yes. So with a short refinance, take me through the steps. I mean,
It sounds to me like a dollar and a dream. Now everybody's put hundreds and thousands of dollars into their dream and they're getting hurt by the economy. Is this a dollar and a dream, or can you really do this? I mean, is this a real program?
Tyler, to be perfectly honest, we can do everything on site. We can counsel you. We can take you by the hand, walk you through the chronological steps of a short refinance. Let me give you a loan scenario. To be honest with you, it's pretty much a easily understood process. Let's take a homeowner.
understood from who?
Well, when I finish, I think everything will make sense to your average homeowner, because you don't have to be a financial advisor to know what it is to save 130, 140,000. To save money is a universal understanding.
130 or $140,000?
140, 130 in principal reduction.
Principal reduction? The government's been talking about it for almost a year right now. No one's come up with a solution. You're talking about principal reduction with these loans, and the government's still not talking about it. You've got the product, and you're ready to rare with it? Really?
Well, I'm not sure where Congress is going with the principal reduction.
I'm not sure.
It's happening. It's happening every day with the short refinance platform. In a short sale, the bank is taking a hit, correct?
Yes.
They're working with the homeowner to sell the property for the best interest of all parties involved. In that same transaction, the bank takes a loss. They're forgiving principal, or maybe not, because they reserve the right to report their losses in the form of phantom income, if you will, to the IRS.
Mark to market, maybe?
Perhaps, but let me walk you through the execution of a short refinance. Homeowner buys a home, 2006, $500,000. In the year 2006, $500,000 was your average sales price. How much do you think that home is worth today, Tyler?
Nationwide, I believe levels of real estate value have gone down by approximately 25%.
Well, let's call it 20. Let's be confident.
Okay.
Let's say that same home, which was purchased for $500,000, which only 3 years later is still owed $500,000, maybe $499,999, but let's say $500,000. That same home is worth $400,000. The principles of a short refinance is to finance 90% of what the property is worth today. 90% of $400,000, Tyler, is $360,000.
$360,000
would be your new loan amount. Does not matter that you may have two existing loans. If you have two existing loans, both will be negotiated under the short refinance. And a new first mortgage for $360,000 will be used to settle those loans in full. Remember, the mortgagees presently are participating in the short refinance. Now, what have we accomplished thus far? We have a lender who is giving us a reduced payoff in the amount of $360,000. So what happens to that $140,000? Any ideas?
Yeah.
That $140,000 is forgiven. Let me put a little asterisk there. Forgiven for the purposes of the refinance. There will be a lien release. There will be a satisfaction of mortgage. But bear in mind, they reserve the right to report any loss to the IRS. This to be addressed at a later date. The $360,000 mortgage has a second advantage. The second advantage is, well, let me ask you a question, Tyler. Who's paying the settlement charges on this transaction? Who's paying what homeowners regard as closing costs?
Tell me, it's one of my questions.
Okay, it gets even better. And that's why there's so much speculation about the validity and the actual ability to obtain a short refinance. Tyler, the same lender that's forgiving the $140,000, they're also paying your closing cost. How could they not? Are you paying them as a homeowner? No. You're upside down on the home. You owe more than it's worth. And no one's asking you to write a check.
So the lender is not only giving a principal reduction, which has gone through every Congress, Senate, statewide, nationwide, and they can't...
Lenders are participating to get their money now and not holding out for a toxic loan to go bad. That's really the foundation of whether we can accomplish this short refinance for you. If they're forgiving the $140 and taking $360,000 in this scenario, they're not netting $360. They're netting $360 less settlement charges, because the amount of money required to close a loan is called settlement charges. It's a combination of closing costs and prepaid items and reserves. So who's paying your closing cost? The same lender that forgave the $140. They're not netting $360, Tyler. So what are we talking about? We're talking about obtaining a short refinance that's going to give you the lowest rates in 40 years with no closing costs.
And the beauty of it is, from what I can see, is that the last true transaction of real estate-backed securities, mortgage-backed securities is what they're called in the street.
That also valuable
Merrill
paper?
Lynch, yes, the value of paper was 22 cents on the dollar. So if they take a principal reduction of 20%, say 25%, they're still in the game.
Well, Tyler, to just add to the mindset you're in, there's been so many different players, if you will, so many different schools of thought, and so many lenders out there wanting to stay in the black, that the market is driving itself towards really making the decisions to keep people in their home. And to be honest with you, it's not going to come wholly by what President Obama is going to roll out. Lenders have to step up to the plate, and there is a list of participating lenders, which, if a client wants to call or can call right now, AMG, we'll be able to furnish them with the list of participating lenders that do give short refinances. It's that simple, Tyler.
All right, go through it one more time. In and out, go through it. Now.
Okay. Homeowner purchases a home, let's say for $400,000. This same home today is worth $300,000. We finance 90% of today's home value. 90% of $300,000 is $270,000. You have a difference there. You have a $400,000 debt. You only have enough money in mortgage loan of $270,000. That's $130,000. You asked me that question before. $130,000, $140,000. You have $130,000. That $130,000 is forgiven. Asterisk. They have the right to report any losses to the IRS. They will give you a lien release, a satisfaction, if you will. You've just financed $270,000. The principal reduction of the $130,000, combined with today's low rates of 4.5% to 5%, equates to a savings in the monthly payment of an impressive and unheard savings.
It's like winning
the lottery. And
Right.
people have done it. And those homeowners that come to AMG always end up referring other homeowners in that same scenario. Sounds too good to be true. Many people find it speculative. Can't be done. My question is, what do you have to lose? You have everything to gain.